Let me put up that we're streaming real quick, and then I'm ready.
Okay.
Audio should be fine.
I'll pull up the stream real quick.
All right. Ready when you are. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Let's get started.
Audio's good.
Bet. Let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys Podcast. I'm your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hagan.
How you guys doing?
So, Chris, the NBA fiasco has just started. The NBA offseason was just 6 p.m. yesterday, and we got some big news, which it doesn't even seem like news. We were already doing this whole thing, but Kevin Durant wants
Well, now
out.
it's official.
Yeah, now
Because
it's official.
I don't understand how, I feel like the beat writers dropped the ball with this one. Because they said that Durant wouldn't request a trade. Actually, wait. Now that I think about it, the report was Durant won't request a trade if Irving leaves. And Irving stayed, and he did request a trade. So I guess there was no incorrect information there. But
The
the
whole-
assumption was that, if Kyrie leaves, Durant will be like, all right, well, now I have no one to play with, and he'll want to leave. Apparently, it's the other way around.
The whole thing is, it's so annoying to me because now it just seems like we're in this Aaron Rodgers-esque story of just it's always about the Brooklyn Nets. It's always about what they're doing. It's now like Kyrie has been in the whole trade rumors happen. The whole everyone's throwing out their favorite trades, and then he opts in. Everyone shuts up for 45 minutes. Until Kevin Durant requests a trade later, and they're like, "Oh, back." Yep. Kyrie's also back on the market, so it's all the same stuff that we've been doing for the past week. But I get it. It's he's might be the best player in the world. So if I'm the Nets though, I'm not taking anything. I'm not taking anything less. I will let this guy drag it out into the regular season. I don't owe him anything.
It's just I'm back to hating Durant again.
Yeah, it's
just the fact that really gonna request a trade and then say that your top two teams are the Heat and the Suns.
Yeah, the 2 1 seeds. The 2 1 seeds that just need a little bit oomph to get over the top. So I don't like it too. You signed the contract there, dude. You came to play. You're the one that wanted Harden and Kyrie. It's not the Nets' fault that they had a bad coach that they chose. They traded all their picks for James Harden, which is what they wanted. It's dumb. It's another episode of KD snaking out on his team.
It's sad, honestly. It's bad for the league.
It is
it's bad
for
his team.
Well, it's bad for the league in the sense that he has 4 years left, and he's just gonna quit on the team. He's just gonna absolutely pack it up and leave.
Yeah, I mean, what happens if they don't trade him? Then what?
Yeah, exactly. Is he gonna sit out? Is he gonna?
Yeah, I mean,
if he sits out,
we'll miss out on $40 million a year.
If you're the Nets, you can't trade him. How because everything I'm seeing now, if you see any the Phoenix deals, it's always like centered around Ayton. I don't want freaking Ayton. I want Kevin Durant. I signed up to have Kevin Durant for the next 4 years, and he signed up with me too. There's no, it's a contract. Gotta honor it.
Yeah, I mean, if this is like the norm, then teams should never sign deals longer than a year or two. Like, this is a 4-year deal that he signed.
Exactly. And he's only spent now 2 years in Brooklyn, and they've had the most wild ride because it feels like every 2 minutes there's something new about them that they want to trade for someone or want to trade someone or who knows. But
and also, doesn't he have like basically general manager power on that team?
Yes, it's all run through Kevin Durant. All the choices they make are all through Kevin Durant. And now, do you hear like the rumor maybe both of them, Kyrie and KD, want to play in LA together? It's like it's got to add up.
What?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No.
There could be it was Windhorse. He was like there could be a way to get Kyrie and KD to LA with Bron. It's like, are you serious?
Oh my gosh.
The Nets have done nothing.
If they want to play together, then why does he want to leave?
I know. I don't know. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. Because, like, 1 minute, they're bestie boos, and 2 minutes later, KD wants out. So, it's
I think they just
exhausting.
ship him to, like, Orlando or something.
That's what I would
That
do.
would be funny.
Send him back to OKC. Get all your picks back.
Right.
Like, they're going to screw
That would be
themselves
perfect.
no matter what because they don't have their picks because of Kevin Durant. So I wouldn't take anything less than a Anthony Davis style trade, you know?
Yeah, the whole farm.
Yeah, I want everything. It's Kevin Durant we're talking about here. So I don't know. It is I guess if you had a prediction, where do you think you would go?
I mean, the odds say Phoenix. I just can't see that happen. Like, what would
They'd
they
have to give
even
a Booker.
up?
They'd have to give if I'm the Nets, I'm not taking anything less than Booker.
Seriously. Also, do you see Booker's on the cover of the next 2K?
Yeah, that's lame.
It's ridiculous.
It's literally 2K23. Make it Jordan.
That's true. Well, Jordan was already on 12?
Yeah, Jordan can be on all of them. It's Jordan.
That's true. That's true. But anyway, yeah, like the Suns' picks are not going to be that valuable.
No, they're not going to be valuable.
Maybe like the 2028 ones could turn out into something.
2029.
Like, are you really going to wait that long?
The Rockets are. The Rockets are just sitting there waiting. They have all the picks for the next 5 years for the Nets. So
right.
they're just waiting for them to
trade
everyone.
The real winner of this is the Houston Rockets.
Yeah, it really is.
They don't. How many years is it?
I think they have till
every
2029. Like until 2029, they have pick swaps and picks and all that jazz. And I don't think any of them. I don't know if any of them are protected. I haven't looked in a minute. It's pretty brutal.
Trade.
It's pretty brutal. Also
They
now
basically gave up that for Benson.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. They now it's got the media saying, "Oh, James Harden's the real he's a real brainiac. He was like this was his like he knew all along." It's like, no, he actually just wanted to quit on his team too. Like,
yeah, if he knew all along, he would have just gone right to the Sixers.
Yeah, he just wanted to quit on the team as well because he didn't like that he was doing the extensive role.
Although he did take a pay cut.
He did. That was
going to. I don't know if he signed the deal yet, but
very unharding-ist. Like shorter deal, team friendly. That's what I don't think it's been official yet, but that's what the rumors are. That he's gonna sign it. And good for Harden. Try to change the narrative around you. That's something KD's clearly not trying to do.
Oh.
So
I will give it to KD. He just has no thought in his head about what other people think about him. He does not care.
But he does care. He does care. He's a sensitive baby. He's gonna be like, he's gonna come out on Twitter in a couple. Like if he went to chip with whatever next team that he has, and we all call it a Mickey Mouse ring, like we're gonna do with the Golden State ones. He's he's gonna come out and be like, "Oh, I'm the champ. What are you talking about? Like, I'm the champ. Come on."
Yeah,
now.
I guess that's true.
Like
There's like some sort of disconnect from reality with him.
yeah, he doesn't get that. Like, hey, you're doing the same thing you just did, and everyone
Yeah.
made fun of you for.
Yeah. Oh, man just wants a ring.
That's all he cares.
His legacy is like so stained at this point.
Honestly,
That's why it's like, well, at this point, you might as well just go to Phoenix. Like,
but
once before.
I don't know. It's I guess he thinks there's no hope in Brooklyn, which I don't know. You can't get off that Ben Simmons contract, so you're gonna be screwed anyway.
But they haven't even played with Simmons yet.
I know. And remember, we were talking about
Like,
how
what if
it
it
could be a
worked?
decent trade. It could work.
Right.
He's a good passer. He doesn't need to shoot. You're with
Yeah.
Kyrie and Kevin Durant. I don't know. It's the whole year was a disaster for the Brooklyn Nets, and now it's just continuing to unfold. I guess I feel bad for the Brooklyn Nets fans. Like,
I do too.
Could you
like
imagine?
the real Brooklyn Nets fans?
yeah, you like wake up and you're like, what? What's happened? Like, we just got this all solved. It was all Kyrie. That was the only issue.
Right, yeah.
And now it all got fixed. What happened?
It's a train wreck.
And it's funny.
It's like the Kardashians.
It really is. And it's funny when Kyrie, like, there's also no defense for him anymore. Like, there's no, I don't know what the defense was before, but like him, like, coming out on social media, like, oh, I do it my way. You're just an asshole, dude. You're just an asshole. That just completely, like, I saw Stephen A talking about it today. And he's like, oh, this is now 3 teams that he's destroyed. And it's like, when you look at it, it's like, at first I was going to be like, like, you're kind of overreacting. But not, like, it is. It is. Harden would still be there if Kyrie was playing. And they'd probably be on their way to almost a title. So.
Did you see the Kyrie tweet the other day when I think it was Barstool? They tweeted some meme about Kyrie like on his way to destroy every team that he plays for, and Kyrie responded and was like, "That's NBA champion and gold medalist Kyrie."
I did see that.
Like, gosh.
And it's funny because like he corrects that front statement. So so the rest of the statement's correct. Like,
Yep.
oh, so NBA champ and gold medalist Kyrie Irving blows up everything that he walks there. That's basically what he's inferring to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he cares either.
No, he doesn't. That's the thing. He doesn't care. He does not care about basketball.
Certifiably insane.
Yeah, he doesn't just not care about basketball. It's that's to that point. Well, where would you like to see Mr. Kevin Durant go?
To somewhere where it won't be a super team.
Wizards.
That's what as soon as I saw it, that's what popped in my head. I was like, we got the guys. We could make it happen.
Look, they want
hates us though.
They
I
want
don't know
two All-Stars. You got Porzingis was an All-Star. Bradley Beal. Send him in the trade too. Get him out. Anyone
Send
for
Beal, Porzingis, and 3 first-round picks.
Done deal. Done.
Actually, 2. How about that?
we'll negotiate a pick swap thrown in there too.
But then you get Monty Morris, Johnny Davis, Kevin Durant, Rui, Gafford.
Denny Gafford.
Denny and Kispert coming off the bench.
Yeah, not a bad team. And if you want to
that's a
keep
great team.
Beal, you package it, like get Rui in there, get
send all of them.
send them all.
The young jumps.
All right, well, let's talk about the Wizards for a second. You mentioned Monty Morris. Who else did you get in that?
Trade of the year. Tommy Shepard, Monty Morris, and Will Barton.
For basically just
KCP and Ish Smith.
I like the trade. I like the trade a lot.
Yes, I like it, but it's such a nothing deal.
It's kind of a sideways deal, You're just going a little bit sideways, but
I think they picked up more money on their books.
Ooh, I mean that probably makes sense because you got 2 good players and gave up 1 good player. I like the trade for both teams. I feel like it's kind of a fair, kind of an even trade, and I think KCP is going to be actually pretty good in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Gets you a veteran point guard. It gets you some more depth. you didn't have to give up anything else besides other players you already had. So, good deal. That's all I got to say about it. But you're
really
right.
not much
Very
to go
sideways
into
deal.
there.
Yeah, very sideways deal.
We
All
also
right.
signed DeLon Wright to a 2-year, $16 million deal.
Yeah,
for some reason.
I didn't know who that guy was.
I didn't either. The name looked familiar. It wasn't who I was thinking of. And then I looked at his numbers and I was like, really? $8
Yeah.
million for this guy?
I don't get that one either. But all right. Well, so the first form of business with this NBA offseason was the New York Knicks trading half their team for Jalen Brunson. So
this has been like the most fascinating love story
it
I've
has.
seen in the NBA. The Knicks and Jalen Brunson, like he wasn't even speaking to other teams.
Yeah,
Like,
this
the Mavs
it was
didn't even
weird.
get in a final offer.
No,
Because he was already like locked in with the Knicks.
and it doesn't. So it's weird. Like if you after the Mavs ended their season, Brunson put out like this collage of all these photos of like these Polaroids of him and the team, and like he was just like, "Oh, I love this team," and it's like, "All right, so you're leaving."
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to the Knicks. So the Knicks signed his dad. They're with the same agency, and then they traded. So everyone's bitching at the Knicks for trading quote unquote everything for Jalen Brunson and overpaying him. I don't see why we're giving the Knicks flack for just wanting to be better. Like they traded Nerlens Noel and Alex Burks here and Kemba, who none of them were gonna. I mean, maybe Nerlens did pretty well, but the other ones you're not really gonna play in a deep playoff series anyways. If you want to be that serious team, you're not gonna be able to play it. And they're not like everyone's like, oh, they don't have a culture. They're just kind of trying to shuffle things around every year. They only got rid of a bunch of people to get they only got Brunson for a bunch of bench players pretty much. I don't see the whole why everyone's harping on him so much.
So I don't see an issue with the trade. Like that, I didn't even bat an eye at that. It's just the fact that they're like so in love with the player in free agency, and that guy's Jalen Brunson. It's not like it's an all-star.
That's
like
fair.
He's just a solid NBA player.
Yeah,
it's
no,
like,
above
it's
average
like they're
NBA
bringing
player.
him in, and they're like, this guy's gonna change everything for us. That's at least what it feels like. And we've seen it with the Knicks before. Like every time in free agency, they never get the top guys. I guess he would be the top guy this year.
Yeah, well,
Because
if you think
all the other guys re-signed.
extensions, yeah.
But so that's why it's kind of like, all right, Knicks, like let's relax
Okay,
a
that makes
little
sense.
bit.
That makes sense.
And I mean, like, remember when they signed like Julius Randle in free agency? It was like the Knicks they're making moves.
Yeah,
Like,
they signed,
all
and then they extended him way too early after one good season. That makes sense, and it makes sense that like, yeah, the Knicks fans are always gonna think anyone who comes is their savior, but at least they're building something. Like Jalen Brunson's
Yeah, right.
26, and RJ Barrett's still like 23, 24, and they're I guess they're building around them.
Yeah, it's not a bad move.
No, it's not. Like everyone was like, "Oh, this is like classic poverty Knicks," like overpaying, and it's like I saw a list of a bunch of players, point guards that are paid more than Brunson, and I'm 90% sure Dinwiddie was on that list, the guy who is on the Mavericks now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's not earth-shattering by any chance. It's not going to sway the title odds, but it's not a terrible move by the Knicks.
Yeah. Did they overpay a little bit?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
But you're the Knicks. You haven't gotten a free agent in years, so that's what you got to do.
You literally have to.
Yeah. The one thing I do think trading that 11th pick was pretty pointless. I don't see the point of that.
I don't know either.
But
that was all confusing to me.
Yeah, that was confusing.
Tough to follow.
All right. And then another trade that happened with a point guard. Dejonte Murray traded to the Atlanta Hawks. It looks like the Spurs are just blowing it up. They want Yimbenyada. They drafted 3 19-year-olds. They're pulling the OKC sort of. They're just trying
like
to.
this.
Yeah, I like it too.
I hope to God that the Wizards could do this someday.
Oh,
It would be so easy to
just
do.
get out of mediocrity. It was
Instead,
this
they
year
draft
is when
the
you.
oldest guys in the draft.
It was
every
this year when you should have drafted or should have done
Yes,
it.
it
when you just
was.
let Bradley Beal go.
All right, yeah. Can we talk about that for a second
Before we get to Murray, we'll go to Bradley Beal. Yeah, he's a
I
quarter
was-
of a millionaire. I mean, a quarter of a billionaire, bro.
I was really hoping it would be a sign and trade. And this is one of those things where I feel like at least 50% of fans are on that side too.
Oh yeah,
Where it's not like, oh, like, good thing we locked up our superstar for the next 5 years. It's like, no, we've had him for 10 years.
he done
and they've
nothing
done
with
nothing.
him.
So, like, get rid of him. There's no way to win with that contract and his ability and, like, the pieces that they have right now. You're not going to go anywhere. They might be the 8 seed this year. If they're lucky.
Again, if they're lucky,
And they'll probably lose in 6.
I agree with you. I think I was on this from the beginning. Just let Bradley Beal go if there's no sign and trade partner. But there had to have been some sort of sign and trade option, right? Like there had to have been some sort of deal they could have taken.
You would think.
Where if you're just gonna I would have been fine with letting him go. So get anything you can get back.
So I would have been, if they just didn't resign him and he left somewhere else, I would have been like, all right.
Time to rebuild.
Bummer.
Time to finally
Yeah.
And now you guys are, I guess your front office is convincing themselves that Porzingis and Beal are going to be the next duo.
It's hard to believe. Either that or they're like, we need at least somebody to sell tickets.
That's probably what it
That's-
mainly is.
The part that I believe the most, which is a loser way to go about it.
Yeah.
Do you know if the NBA does revenue sharing?
What do you mean?
Like the NFL, in one game, the home team gets like, I think it's 60%, maybe 55% of the ticket revenue. The opposing team gets the remaining percentage of that revenue.
Oh, I have no idea.
So like, if your ticket sales are poor, you will still get money from the
Opposing
9 or
team,
8
yeah.
games that you play.
I don't know. That would make sense. It would make sense for the NBA to do that as well. But I really don't know. But so there's not a lot of there's not a lot of hope with this Wizards team.
Nope, there's not, and that's why I'm completely disinterested.
Yeah, you're just gonna start another season, and they're gonna be either good or fine at the beginning, and then they're just gonna peter off into the 8 seed like they always do.
Yep. So it really kills my enthusiasm for the league.
Yeah,
Which is sad.
yeah, it is sad. Sorry, Chris. Sorry, your team.
No, I don't think any team ever is like this, where they sign their superstar to an extension, and everyone's just like.
They did it with John
Well,
Wall too. It's always the Wizard. Like
Yeah,
and then they traded for Russ. Like it's a cycle of just getting max players that are superstars, and that's all they got.
He's a 3-time All-Star, and he's made All-NBA once. And he's now going to be making $50 million a year.
That's ridiculous.
It is insane.
That's ridiculous.
It's insane. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm at a loss.
Back to Dejonte
I
Murray.
just want them to suck and have like one good like rookie. So at least that, then you're like at least excited for something. There's literally no excitement.
No, because they're never gonna pick in the top 3 or the top 5, and even the top 5. They're just gonna be picking at 10 through 14 like they do every year.
Such a joke.
It is a joke. Sorry to hear that, Chris. Sorry to hear that. But anyways, back to Dejounte Murray. Circle back to Dejounte Murray. I think at first I didn't really get the fit, but I guess people want 2 ball handlers now, get the pressure off Trae Young late in the game, try to make their offense less predictable. And Dejounte Murray is a beast on defense, so it makes up for Trae Young's inability to play defense. I like the trade.
I don't know how a backcourt like this succeeds.
It's going to be interesting.
I'm trying to picture it, like them on the floor together, and it doesn't make any sense.
That I was thinking the same way. It does on the defensive side because you want to get the Murray on there, but it feels like they're the same offensive player. Only Murray just can't shoot as well, which doesn't help his cause
he's
either.
He's a big assist guy.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun, and again, it's such a packed East. It's like great. This makes them the 8th seed, and now they're the 6th seed, 7th seed.
Right.
Like it's not. I don't know. It's not like this is a needle pusher for me in any chance.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I like the way to go. I thought would have been to focus on getting another big man.
Yeah.
And then, well, I guess they have Capella.
But still, try to get an upgrade in that. I don't know.
Right. And then just upgrade on perimeter defense without going and getting like a stud.
Nah.
He wasn't their biggest need, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I agree on that. But they only gave up 3 first-round picks, which I guess, I mean, they're all unprotected. They're all absolute. So if Murray, because Murray needs a contract in a year and a half from now, if he just decides to leave, he could just do that, and they have unprotected. The Spurs have unprotected picks for him, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, they didn't give up a lot. Like I thought, if they were gonna do this, they were gonna have to give up Collins, or like Herter or someone, because they've been in rumors of like a 3-1 type of deal where they're sending out multiple players and they only get back one, and they only sent out one player.
The fantasy football trade.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, God, take these 3 average players and give me Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, give me your good one. And they had the means to do that, but it looks like
the Spurs wanted no business in any of their players.
Nope, they didn't care.
Like if he's not 16, I don't want him.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, we want it fresh out of high school, and that's it. Which isn't a bad way to go. Like we've been seeing OKC do this, and by the way, Dortcher Chamber, great contract. Went from undrafted to $80 million. Good for him.
Yeah, that's a good story.
Yeah, and
deal of the year, I'd say.
Oh, deal of the lifetime. Love. I'd pay any money for the Dortcher Chamber.
That's right. Talk about a guy who sells tickets.
Oh, 100%.
Dortcher Chamber.
And OKC's a fun young team, so I guess the Spurs are just eventually leading to that, which is kind of weird when you have a coach who's on his last legs, career-wise. So, I don't know.
Yeah, you think he would be like, I want to try to win one more before I die.
But now he's just...
Good for him.
I guess he's just okay with the rebuild. But, I don't know, maybe it's a looming sense that he's going to retire or something, but...
Yeah, he's got to be retiring soon.
He's definitely got to be on his way out.
And he's... How old is he?
Isn't he like 80-something?
73.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not that bad. But
for
still.
an NBA coach.
And now the team's literally rebuilding, so it's got to be, it's got to be something. It's got to be.
That would be cool
soon.
if like he just stays 10 more years.
Rebuild another championship team.
Championship
team. That'd be awesome. All right. Other free agent news. The band's getting back together in the 76ers, Chris. They're just bringing back all of Harden's favorite teammates. Bringing back Tucker and Daniel House. And it's funny.
Durant.
I think KD. Yeah, apparently Embiid wants to exhaust every option to get Kevin Durant. So that means Harden's going back to the Nets. They ship his ass back to Brooklyn to play with Ben Simmons. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Back to just side note real quick. There was a picture of Anthony Davis in the gym afterwards, and people were like, "Oh, because he heard the trade rumors were coming out," and I was like, "Yeah, no one wants to play with Ben Simmons. No one." But anyways, so the Sixers are Daryl Morey, Harden, PJ Tucker, Daniel House. It's all the same players that won a lot of games in Houston. And I was thinking about it. I was like, it's all about statistics for Morey, and it's all about like how people fit with Harden based on like their stats, all analytics. I was like, if they just recreate the Houston teams, only Embiid's their center, it's gonna be the most annoying team in the world. It's gonna be the worst team ever to watch. It's just gonna be foul every 2 minutes. Just like, it's either gonna be shoot a three or take a foul.
Yeah. No, they don't take any jump shots that aren't behind the line.
Oh, there will not be a single one.
They need an Eric Gordon guy.
They do
go get him. Actually,
go get him.
He's just hanging out on the Rockets. Go get him.
Also, shout out to PJ Tucker for being 38 years old and getting a 3-year contract.
Jeez, I didn't know he was that old.
Yeah, he's pretty old. So
that's a man who has got his money's worth in the NBA.
He's gotten paid multiple times. So is this is a little off topic. So is JaVale McGee going to the Mavs. Big boy lineup, by the way. They're pulling the Cavs, just getting all the big guys playing at the same time.
He's 34 and signed a 3-year deal.
I know. Agents are doing the most in the NBA. They always are. Yeah. All right. What other ones? So the Lakers, they got Lonnie Walker. They got Toscano Anderson. Congrats, Lakers.
I don't even know what to say.
Congrats.
I don't know where they're going.
People were like, "Oh, they finally got some young players." It's like, great. LeBron loves young players. You know that.
Yep, they fit in perfectly.
Yeah,
he's a great mentor. Did you see the Draymond thing with LeBron where he told Wiggins after LeBron like dropped 50 on him that he shouldn't wash his uniform because he just like rubbed up on greatness?
Oh, I did not see that. So
it's very strange.
The whole Lakers scenario is very strange. Now they're back to wanting Kyrie Irving. It's never gonna end until Russ is on the Brooklyn Nets. That's the only thing that's gonna happen.
Or Russ and KD both end up in OKC somehow.
Send them back. Get the gang. Talk about the gang back together. Get Harden in there too.
Yeah, Ibaka.
The whole finals team's coming back.
Yep. Perk
comes out of retirement. Kurt, he could be the coach. Man, I don't even want to talk about the Lakers. This is a nothing move to me. Yeah, this is an absolute nothing move. All right, moves that I did like that were small. Tyus Jones back to the Grizzlies. Solid backup point guard role. Didn't need to replace him with anyone. I like Joe Ingles. Joe Ingles going to the Bucks. Sneaky move. Jingles, he's a great, reliable 3-point shooter. Just an all-around solid vet and someone off the bench that Milwaukee's actually going to use. So, good deal. I like Malik Monk to the Kings. Another point guard. I guess they have another point guard for them to use, but he had a really good year with the Lakers, and they're going to miss him a lot after not re-signing him.
Bobby Portis got paid.
Yes, Bobby Portis did get paid. Much deserved. He took the pay cut last year, and he got rightfully earned with the same team. I like that. That's the Bucks. The Bucks are a real team. You know, they're a real team. They do things classy ways.
Yep. They're a solid organization.
Mm-hmm. They do it the way they're supposed to be doing. Look, you take a pay cut one year, and then you get paid the next year. You know, so good for Bobby.
It's almost like backwardly falling into the best player in the world allows you a lot of flexibility.
No, that's true. That is true. But other team, like, I don't know. And it also is a detriment to Giannis's mentality where Giannis is talk about doing it the right way. It's because it all starts with Giannis. He's the one who wants to do it the right way. But they brought back a lot of people. They got back Wesley Matthews and Javon Carter, and then now with Ingles. So they're rounding out their bench, and it seems like they're just kind of running it back with Ingles, which I don't hate. You know, if Middleton was there, they might have beaten the Celtics. So, all right, Oladipo returning the Heat. If the Heat get Kevin Durant, by the way, I'm gonna be very mad. I'd be very mad. That would just be it would be
tough.
It would be so tough. I would just be sitting there like, well, shit.
I think J-Bo would hate him.
I think he would
honestly.
Too.
I think Jimmy Butler loves being the alpha dog.
No, he's the dude. He's that dude.
He loves it.
Yeah, that's why he always got in so many fights with the Timberwolves and the Sixers because he's the dog. You know, no one tells him no one tells him where to go and where to shoot. He does it himself. We were talking about this before the pod started. Jokic, $60 million man.
Steal ever.
Dude, is he the best draft pick of all time? Second round pick into two-time MVP and now the Supermax player with the biggest contract in the NBA.
Yeah. Either that or Giannis at 15 because
that's
Giannis
true.
has a ring. That's
true. I like this for the Nuggets. I really wish they didn't extend who's that, the guy who's always injured that they drafted.
Porter.
Porter. They made him $100 million man before he even knew that he could play basketball because he doesn't ever step on the court. I like the Nuggets team. I hope eventually they can get the right pieces around him and hopefully try to win a ring with Jokic. I would hate for him to just turn up like another one of these players who never gets one.
I know. Yeah. Because he's so incredible.
He is, and he deserves. I feel like he deserves. Like he does it. He plays his way of basketball. You know,
plays the right way.
He does play the right way. It's like we were just talking about. Also, weird. Talking about the Nets. Weird that they traded for Royce O'Neal with one of their first round picks that they're probably gonna need because Kevin Durant is probably gonna want to. They're definitely gonna get traded. So
I have no idea.
I don't know what they're doing here. Also, have you watched Hustle yet?
Mm-mm.
Oh, first of all, great movie. We should do a movie review on it. Second of all, the Juancho Hernan Gomez is the main character. Cut.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, snipped from the Jazz. Poor his name in the movie's Bo Cruz. Poor Bo Cruz. Shame.
Maybe he shouldn't have been starring in movies and.
They should have been playing basketball.
Instead. That seems like a pretty easy solution.
Hey man, I'm just a reporter here, you know. He's all right, other things. I didn't know Claxton got back with the Nets. I guess that's a fine deal.
I like.
Oh yeah, Drummond to the Bulls. I like Drummond to the Bulls. I think it's a good pickup for them. It's funny now they have Tristan Thompson and Drummond. Just rebound guys who can't do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
They got two of the same player. Just replace.
They still have Vooch too, right?
Yeah, they still have Vooch.
They just have three centers now.
Oh yeah, I mean, Tristan Thompson is just probably gonna get cut or sent off somewhere else for a second round pick. He's not really. I wouldn't be worried. Oh, I can't sign. I can't sign Drummond because we got Tristan Thompson back here.
That's true.
Any other big moves that happened? It looks like we're all just still waiting. It's funny, the KD announcement happened and everyone was like, "Oh, wait, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?" It's like this is gonna take forever.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way this doesn't take the whole summer of KD stuff, and it's gonna be exhausting to talk about. There's gonna be some new wrinkle every couple weeks, and everyone's gonna be back on the whole news cycle of Kevin Durant, the Nets, you know, shit like that. Which I guess it makes sense. I mean, he's that caliber of a player, but just annoying.
I really hate him.
Yeah, he's a hey, look, if he comes to the Wizards, all's forgiven.
That's true.
All is
love
forgiven.
him. Love him dearly.
All right, I think that does it for agency wise. We have a college corner for you, Chris. I don't know if you saw it or not, but UCLA and USC.
Oh, the Big Ten, yeah.
Big Ten.
I don't know what's happening to college sports right now.
It's gonna be Big Ten versus SEC.
SEC, yeah.
That's what's gonna happen.
I don't know what. Like, I feel bad for like the Big 12 and the Pac-12 and even the ACC. Like, what are they gonna do?
Die out like the rest of them.
Now you have 16 teams. Like, eventually, you're just gonna have like 26 teams in the Big Ten and 27 in the SEC.
Exactly, and it's gonna be like it's gonna just turn into like the NFL, and everyone else is gonna
have 4 divisions.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it just doesn't make any sense to me. You know, it doesn't. That like
well, we've completely just forget about geography.
No, geography's out the window.
Ignore that that's even an aspect of this whole thing because it's not anymore.
No, it really isn't. Wasn't the Big Ten supposed to be like the mountain region, and then Maryland got in there, Penn State.
Big Ten is like the Midwest.
Okay.
So like the furthest team east in the Big Ten was Ohio State, and then Penn State joined, and then Maryland and Rutgers. Now they're on the other coast.
Yeah, so now they're the whole freaking country is in there, so it doesn't like. It's weird. They're gonna what now? UCLA and USC are gonna have to play in the snow in Penn State.
Just the thought of USC going to Northwestern in like late November and having to play at Ryan Field is hilarious.
They're gonna be freezing their ass off. They're not gonna know what to do.
So funny. No, they're not.
And
like walking into Iowa. And they like pack the place in a blackout, and these guys are like, "What is going on here?"
I'm excited. It's gonna show.
It.
It's gonna show that the Pac-12 was just a joke, anyways. I mean, that's what the common thought was, anyways. Like people were overrated. You know, they would never play, and now we have the chance to see them actually play the competition that we're thinking they could never beat, and
yeah.
And they're not going to. There's no way. They just like the way that the programs are built. You're right. Like
Lincoln
like
Riley's
imagine, you think they're gonna be able to play? Now. You think they're gonna be able to play in a whiteout at Penn State?
The other funny image is like Rutgers going to UCLA and playing at the Rose
Bowl
in front of like 25,000 people in a stadium that seats 80,000. Like that game, the images are just fantastic.
It's so this is a little parallel to what is it? A&M. No, A&M was it wasn't
Texas and Oklahoma.
Texas and Oklahoma going to the USC or going to the SEC. That one at least they're Southern schools. It's not like they picked
at least they're in the South.
Yeah, at least they're in the South.
Not East, but they've got one of them down.
Yeah, they got about they could be like they could even argue that it's a little East.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But
and A&M's already in there too, so it's like, all right, well,
they
got the ball rolling.
They already got Texas.
This is unprecedented.
It is unprecedented.
Taking 2 West Coast teams and just sticking them in the heart of America. Saying, yeah, go try to win in Columbus.
What's next?
That's a great question.
I saw one. It was the Sun Belt Premium, and it was like a bunch. Like they added like West Virginia and like basically anything that's not in the Big Ten. They just threw it in the Sun Belt.
that's what it's gonna be.
They're gonna have
ACC,
to do it.
The Big 12 and the Pac-12 have to merge somehow,
or else they're not gonna have enough teams to ever combat this.
Right, and then like you get, you have a kind of a solid lineup, I guess.
Yeah, solid lineup that's not going to win anything besides Clemson.
Florida State, Miami, and then you get like West Virginia. Man, the Big 12 is not good. Baylor.
No, I'm going to look it up.
And then you get Oregon, and just mash all those teams together. Ugh, that would be a disgusting looking conference.
Also, are we ever going to rename any of the conferences, or are they just going to be Big 12?
The Big 10. There was one point where the Big 10 had 12 teams and the Big 12 had 10 teams. Now the Big 10 will have 16 and the Big 12 will have 8.
Jesus.
Once those moves are completed.
Yeah. Damn.
which is hysterical.
So let's get West Virginia, Texas Tech, Baylor. Throw them all in another one. Get them all somewhere else with the ACC. Put in Coastal Carolina there too. Like, let's get them all in. I'm excited for see where this goes next, but I don't even know what to expect because it could be anything now. Now that they're taking 2 California teams and just throwing them in the Big Ten, it literally could be anything.
It does change everything because then you look at like we're talking about the playoff and they value a conference championship so much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how is a Big 12 championship with 8 teams and none of them are good compared to a Big 10 championship where there's 16 teams and half of them are in the top 25?
I don't know. It's gonna be weird. And what about? Is this just for football or what about basketball?
No, it's for everything, I think.
So like now, is basketball gonna be all screwed up too? I guess it has to be.
Yeah, UCLA is gonna have to go play at Mackey Arena in Purdue, in the middle of February.
It doesn't like, and the time zones, like that was the whole reason why we had this. That was the whole reason why we had this. So now these poor
if I had
college
to
kids
stay up to 1 a.m. on a Wednesday night to watch Maryland basketball play at USC. I guess that's only like a once a year issue, but still.
And what about the athletes? Like they're still like technically they're still students. Like they are still have to go to class at some point, and now they have to be flying to freaking. They gotta literally fly across the country.
Yeah.
To play on Saturdays.
That's ridiculous.
I just don't even know what to say. It's you're right. Unprecedented times that we're living in. People always talk about unprecedented times in the country. No, college football.
Yeah,
that's where the unprecedented.
Truly unprecedented with NIL too.
Yeah. Which
whole
I love everyone complaining about the NIL stuff. It's like, it's all the same stuff, just now that it's in the open. It's just like they were doing this stuff anyways. Now they can just post a picture on Facebook about it. Yeah. Well,
people find something to get mad about.
Yeah, they always do. And it's also the combination with the transfer portal too. It's all the same.
Yep. It's slowly becoming, well, not slowly, quickly becoming professional sports.
Oh yeah. And there's nothing stopping it either. But I'm not mad about it. Like, it's not like I'm mad that
I'm not
UCLA
mad. It's just
USC,
weird.
It's weird.
Yeah.
And for the one thing, what I also think is weird is like college football, especially college football specifically, but college sports, it's all like everyone loves the history behind it. And now we're just like shitting on it. We're just like burning the history to the ground. Like, you got Pac-12 championships. Nah, it doesn't matter. Now you're in the SEC. None of them count for anything. And no one in the SEC is ever gonna look at your Big 12 championships and be like,
right, yeah.
Oh, that counts just as well as an SEC would. Like, no, that's never gonna happen. So, oh well. That's all I gotta say is, oh well.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
No, yeah, it happens.
Money doesn't stop.
The money don't jiggle, Well, I think that does it. I'm excited to see what other signings happen in the NBA. Hopefully the Celtics wake up a little bit, but I'm not expecting everything to happen right at 6 p.m. on the first day. So, any last things to say, Chris?
Bryce broke his thumb.
Bro, damn.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Thinking about it yesterday, and at least 6 weeks.
No. You guys can still pull. I mean, it's a team effort. It's a team sport.
Yeah. They're 2.5 out of the wild card, and the Cardinals are coming to town this weekend. So, but it's pretty heartbreaking.
I'm sorry, Chris.
Won't lie.
I'm sorry. Seems like it's every year.
There's really nothing for me to be excited about right now. I was thinking about that last night. I was like going through my different teams that I root for. And I'm like, the only one is I will sell myself on Terps.
Water Dogs.
But realistically,
Water Dogs. They won their first.
Oh, they suck.
They won their first game. They're back. The Water Dogs are back. If they win this week, you should hop on board.
I will not watch lacrosse.
Yeah, well, you're missing That being said, I have not watched anything on TV. I've only gone to the one game, but it was fun. I don't know if I talked about it on the pod or not. It was fun when I went. It was a good experience. They needed more concession stands though. They had one for each food that they wanted, so the line was just 45 minutes long.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it is pretty.
Like
shit.
at the DC Defenders game.
Yes.
The stadium was just not ready for
the stadium was not
sheer
ready.
volume of people who were pumped about Defenders football.
They didn't know that the Defenders were coming to defend. They were coming to town.
By the way, we better get a team.
Yeah, I was seeing stuff like that.
It's not the same exact teams anymore. I'm worried that we're not.
I'm worried too. And like we had Audi Field.
Yeah.
It was a good venue. People loved it. We probably had the best fan base in the first XFL. So we got to keep defending. And also, I also saw a thing that we might get a team, and it might not be the Defenders. I don't want another team that's not the Defenders.
I want a team.
Okay, that's fair. I'll take it. I'll take a team. But I
there
want
has
the
to be some sort of like gimmick that we can like. There has to be a shield or something.
That's true. We need something, and the thing is they can't fold. They've already given us what we've wanted. So if they're gonna make another,
especially in this market where people are like so desperate for football, that's fun again.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. That was a blast. Fever dream, honestly.
Fever dream. I can't believe it happened.
Yeah, honestly. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the XFL to be back.
Yeah.
USFL Championship this weekend. We should have broken it down.
Who's playing the lizards and gun snakes?
The rattlesnakes and the lizards. No, I don't. I think it's the Stallions, and I think it might even be the Philadelphia Stars. That monstrosity.
I was about to say, I think the only team that I know is the Stars.
With that.
And the Gamblers.
The monstrosity of a mascot of the Stars, where it's just the red
blob
shit.
I think we should live stream and watch the game. Throw some bets down on it.
If it's at night, I will. But if I'm at work, sadly I can't. But I'd be down. We could do it. We could definitely do it. All right. I think that does it. I'll see everybody.
How much it costs to go to the championship?
I bet it's like $25. I'm not gonna lie. I bet it's like 30. It's in Canton, Ohio.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I thought they played like every game in Birmingham.
Until the playoffs. The playoffs they moved.
Oh,
to Canton.
okay. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Star Stallions are right.
Yeah. I love how I bet none of them have ever I bet half that team has never even stepped foot in Philadelphia.
I don't know why they have cities.
I know, if they're not gonna
they just play the same game or the same city.
I guess they want to try to get a market, but it's like if the market's not in the market, how are you gonna get people behind them? They're just gonna pick whatever team they want anyways. Oh well.
Whatever.
All right. Well, everyone, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your 4th of July, and we'll see everybody on Tuesday.